People are behaving themselves.
Well, it's
more
been
sensible.
pretty bad. I think the weather will put people off, but yes, they are being more sensible. Yeah. But they were out from sort of 9 o'clock last night to 2 o'clock this morning, so in the little boat, which is not funny. 7-class lifeboat, biggest in the fleet. Every lifeboat's named, it's an all-weather lifeboat, an ALB. They're all named after rivers: Trent, Mersey, Shannon latest. Water jets, not a boat we would have here. This is the 7, the biggest in the fleet, 17 metres long, 6 metres wide, with a draft of 2 metres, which is why we've got the Y boat. Or we will launch the little D class as well if we need to get close into the rocks.
So on the water jet front, is that because there's not enough draft on this one?
There's not enough power for what we do.
Ah, okay.
This is a 44-ton boat.
Yeah.
With 2 engines, you'll see 1,650 horsepower each engine. And I mean, we've got a big trawler fleet. We bring in the highest value fish.
Yeah.
We want to keep our trawlers going. So we do not save boats, we save people, we save lives. But the dangerous bit of saving people if they're on a boat is getting them from the boat onto the lifeboat.
Yeah.
So it's as easy 9 times out of 10 to tow it. Plus the fact that we live in Brixham. We do not want to have to face the families when we've abandoned a Brixham trawler. Having said that, they can be quite tricky. I mean, there was one that had its hydraulics go, both beams were out, it was 20 odd miles off. That was a long, slow, difficult tow back. You've got to take it steady.
So I was in the mall.
So we wrap it round there. We mostly tow from the stern. If we need to bring it closer, we'll wrap it round there and stand on there to bring it closer. You can't just pull one of our big trawlers. Okay, so as I say, it's 17 metres long, 6 metres wide with a draft of 2 metres. So if we need to, we will launch the little Y boat off the top there. We'll take the D class as well. Lifeboats hold about 10 people, self-inflating little things, little diesel engine in it. No problem.
What engine in there?
No, talk about the water.
Oh, right.
I'm distracted. Any casualties we bring in here, the bench there, we can have a stretcher, a casualty laid down, and the back there swings up, fits onto the brackets, so we can take another casualty laid down. It seats 5 people, and that's the dock seat. So 6 people in this area, in the medical area. Right. Yeah.
A doctor's seat, is it?
Yeah, that's the doctor's seat. Or the paramedic, or whoever we've brought on board. I mean, sometimes we will wait a few minutes just because we need a doctor or a paramedic. I mean, for instance, a couple of years ago, a gentleman fell off Bury Head, managed to land on the railings at the bottom. It was a nasty injury. It was August, there were a lot of people around, and it went out, the lifeboat was launching, and then we all stood around for 10 minutes, and eventually the coxswain rang one of the docks and said, "Are you on the way?" I said, "Yeah, we're stuck behind traffic, we'll be with you in 30 seconds. And he was. And they were able to get to this guy, and he went to hospital, and he made a very good recovery from a nasty injury. And the hospital were of the opinion that it was because he had the right medical attention within a very short space of time. 2 engines, mechanic keeps an eye on his engines, and he deals with the communications. We're controlled by Solent Coast Guard. The break-off point is Bury Head. South of Bury Head is Falmouth, so it can get a bit confusing at times. He will talk to the casualty. He'll talk to the helicopter if we're working with the helicopter, and he'll talk to us back at the station. I mean, I'm 73, I don't go to sea. You have to be under 65 to go on this boat, 45 for the little boat. But I look after them, so if they've had a long shout, they'll say, "Carol, can you get 7 lots of fish and chips, please?" Which isn't easy on a Sunday night. So everybody is navigator trained. Every single crew member is nav trained. They do 3 months as a sort of probationary period, and then they move on to being a crew member. That takes another year or two. And as part of becoming a crew member, they've got basic navigation. This boat will do 250 miles on the fuel that we carry, and that's the area that we cover. The next one is the Channel Islands, Weymouth and Plymouth. So there's a big gap. We've got a big box, and it's going to get less.
Can you fuel at sea on these?
Say again?
Can you refuel at sea?
No. If they had a long shout looking for somebody, and they were getting a bit low. They were nearly at Plymouth, and they said if we'd needed to, we would have gone in and refueled at Plymouth.
Yeah.
In fact, they wrapped up. They didn't find the casualty they were looking for. They wrapped it up, but they were too far to the edge of our area. If there'd have been a shout at Lyme Regis,
that explains when we were involved with the search and rescue.
Are here for use on the deck. We have a lot of boat to protect us. But if the coxswain says put a helmet on, you put a helmet on. Or if you feel happier putting a helmet on, you do. You know, there's no macho sort of I'm big and brave and don't need to wear a helmet. If you're told to wear a helmet, or you feel happy, or clipping on. You know, if you want to clip on, it's up to you. And again, that's an assessment of a young man that's joined the crew.
Same as we use.
Here, 24, it'll still self-right in 5 seconds, guaranteed self-right.
Yeah.
In 5 seconds. Yeah.
Sorry, what is this one called, this one?
Survivor's cabin.
The survivor's cabin, right.
Now, you don't say to number 25, you've got to drown, you take as many as you need to take. And a few years ago, the boat before this, there was more deck space, we took 126 and a dog off the boat. There was a ferry that had run aground. A small job, but they needed to come off. We would take as many, but the guaranteed self-righting is 24. These are not for people to hang on to, obviously they're for getting around the boat. People ask. We can make a brew on each deck, and we carry pot noodles and a couple of soups. I go to Booker's with monotonous regularity.
Right.
They like the cup of soups, but only with croutons.